Folks, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, is it buffering? Camera's being weird, hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, coming at you live from the heart of Europe, coolest podcast in all the land. Um, we're back, we're here. I'm a bit tired, but, you know, I didn't know if I was going to be going live at all this week, so if I do stream, like tonight or last night, expect them to be maybe like 2.5 hours, because, technically I'm on vacation. Um, but yeah, hold on. Dude, why is my camera being like all fucking laggy and shit? Huh? Dude, what is going on? What is happening today? One sec. Professional, I know you can't see me, I'm doing something. Hold on. Professional streamer, professional streamer. The fuck? What's on my shirt, bro? Dude, this is hold on. Give me one sec. Wait, I'm not ready to stream, dude. Got some shit on my shirt. Hold up. Not literal shit. I think I was eating like a pastry or some shit that had like cream in it. And I have cream all over my shirt. Give me one sec. All right, I think I got well, I put on a new shirt cuz the other one had like this like cream shit all over it. Hold on. Um Oh, of course with you people it's sexual. Of course with you people it's sexual. Okay? I literally totally innocent activities, okay? I brought my Italian friend back to my hotel room and we ate like cream pastries and I got all over my fucking shirt. So I don't know what your problem is. I don't know why you people have to make everything so gay and sexual. Hold on. Hold on. Why is chat now not showing up? What is happening, bro? Alright, are we on? Is this shit on? Okay, chat's not working now, and I'm like off to the side. Dude, great stuff happening here. Oh wait, chat should be like up here, right? Refresh. Is it working? What do you mean gross? What are you talking about? Nice shirt. Oh wait, I didn't button it. Fuck. You look so gay, man. What does gay look like, bro? What does gay look like? Is he already a sloppy drunk? I am not a sloppy drunk, bro. It's not true. It's not true. Are you sitting in a bath? Yes, yes. You look like an office supply store intern. Thank you. You look like a ghoul. A ghoul. I never realized my arms are hairy. No, they're fucking not. Okay, so never mind. Never mind. Hi, hi, 80. So glad to see you're in rehab. I'm not in I'm just having a good time, people. I'm on vacation. So I was supposed to go to the Vatican tomorrow, okay? And my dumbass didn't plan for it, and I guess it's like some Catholic holiday. No, this is what happened. So I woke up today, and I'm like, okay, I need to fucking, go to this like museum, right? So I walk all the way to this museum. It says they close at 7. I'm there at 5:30. And the door is fucking locked. That was like my whole plan for the day. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll do that like tomorrow after the Vatican. And I realize the Vatican is closed tomorrow, like the museum and shit. And I'm like, okay, then I guess I'll just do the museum. And then I realize the museum is closed. And I'm like, okay, well, what day do these things reopen? And it's like, oh, the day after I leave. I'm like, okay, no harm, no foul. Okay, I could do something else. It's a bummer. I'm sure I'll be in Rome again. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the Pantheon, right? So turns out the Pantheon's closed tomorrow as well. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do here? Italians always close an hour before they say that. Yeah, these people are always in a fucking rush, dude. These people are always in a rush. It's like even when they're like driving like they always have like some very important place to fucking go to. How many black people are in Italy? I mean, a lot. I don't know why that matters. I like Italians. I don't know. Okay, at this point, I'd say I've grown up around everybody, and I realize I just lived in like a very ethnically diverse area. But I grew up around a lot of Italians, um, you know, but those are like Italian Americans, not Italian Italians. But as much as Italians like to treat Italian Americans like there's some foreign alien, there's a lot of habits you can see that have crossed over, like the always being in a rush. Always always having to be somewhere very quick. Wearing a lot of fucking cologne. Okay, these things have crossed over. You look like bunk. God, let me move this up a little bit. Okay. I don't I don't all right, there we go. That's a little less of an awkward angle. But yeah, I mean, I guess why are you streaming on holiday? Cuz the grind doesn't stop, man. You don't take holidays when you're only getting 99 fucking viewers, okay? The grind never stops. Dude, can you relax? You're sitting straight up on your chair. Now it looks like you're in a smaller bathtub. Got it. Okay. Well, regardless, I guess we have some bullshit nobody cares about to cover. Um, wait, hold on. My laptop isn't plugged in. Dude, what is happening today? Oh no, now it is. Alright. Dude, what is happening today? I like your I don't wear eyeshadow, you fucking retard. I just have naturally like dark circles under my eyes all the time. Alright, well, we have some stupid bullshit to cover that I don't care about and you shouldn't care about either, but you do. And apparently there are people watching, so I have to like do what they want. But to start things off, Taya. Is Taya in the house? Hold on, let me see if Discord works. Alright. Nope, it's just RTC connecting again. Got it. So does anyone know how I fucking fix this? How I could like actually like connect RTC connecting. Let me try to join Dicker's server, see if that works. Nope, still unconnecting. Yeah, it's just not letting me join anything. I don't know what the deal with that is. Hold on. Does anyone know how to fix this so I stop getting connecting? And I could just like it just says RTC connecting. Do I have any tech wizards in the house? Maybe I could try Discord on Chrome? Am I that psychotic? Let's see. I could just like maybe I'll try Discord like the browser version. All right. Log in. Reinstall? Holy what do you mean I'm retarded? My internet doesn't suck. My internet doesn't suck. We have like, what, 5,000 kbps? Did you de-bloat? Look, what is what does that mean, little bro? Isn't that what they do to cows? They like put this like needle into them and it like burns gas. You need to change your region so it will use a different server that isn't down. Okay, okay. Region. How do I change my own region? Is it data and privacy? Appearance, accessibility. Streamer mode? No. Advanced? No. No, not language. Fuck. Chat. You need to unload? Wait, is it working? No, it's not working. Hold on, bear with me. Just delete your channel at this point. Close and reopen Discord. I've done that about 15 fucking times. I'll close it in Task Manager, okay? I'll do it manually. Fuck it, we're doing it manually. End task. Re-enter Discord, and watch, it's not gonna work. Alright, if this doesn't work, Tay, I'll send you my number. I'll have someone send you my number. You could just call in on my phone. Wait, it looks like it's starting to work. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Okay. No route? What do you mean no route? Okay, fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. I'll go on Discord on my phone. You could call in that way. I just need 20 minutes? Okay. Well, I need a lifetime. I'm running from the debate. I'm running from the debate. All right. No, the internet here is really good. Like this, like the internet is very, like I'm getting it like 100 Mbps up, right? And I'm getting 100 Mbps down, which is more than enough to be able to fucking join Discord, okay? It's some other issue. I don't know if it's the regional server that it's connecting to, but I don't know how to change my own region or whatever. But with that being said, for those of you that don't know, Willymac show spread vicious lies against my good buddy, who may or may not be questioning his gender identity, Kuihman. All right, read donos. All right, I'll read donos. I'll do all that. All right, I'm a little disheveled right now. Fan funding. They hurt. Okay. G's with the 2. Why is your hair red? I don't know. ZM Punk with the 5. They heard you were coming. So true. Show your ring. I got married, guys. I got married to a hot Italian woman. I proposed to her tonight, and she said yes. So yeah, I know. Very sad stuff. Very sad stuff. What's his name? Well, it's not a he or anything. I don't know what would make you think that. All right. Anyways, Kuihman, you love him, you hate him. Okay. Willymac, seemingly without basis, went and accused Kuihman, who I got it wrong. Okay, I have to admit I got something wrong last stream. I need to apologize. I said that Willy's lie was especially egregious because he was accusing somebody who was 1/10 of his size of one of the most universally detested things online, doxing, right? That's what he accused Kuihman of, inciting his community, leading to the dox of Willy and his wife. I have to retract something because I got it wrong. Kuihman's not 1/10 of his size, he's 1/20th of his size, just to be clear. 1/20th. You're almost home? I hope you're not fucking driving right now. By the way, I heard a rumor. Dickers has this like trucker guy call into his streams, and apparently Dickers like had him in the apparently Dickers had him in the voice chat, and Dickers was like trying to show him something on screen share while the guy was driving a semi truck, and apparently he tries to join the screen share. Dicker's like, yo, mate, check it out in my screen share. He tries to join the screen share, and then you just hear like a horn honking and the connection cut off. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Dickers caused a highway pileup that killed several people. All right. So are you allowed to be streaming when your support worker isn't there? Good one, buddy. Good one. Um, can you stop shaking? Sorry. When does the content start? It's never happening. This is actually a contentless stream. So anyways, Kuihman released an edited video response. We're going to check it out. We're going to be critical of Kuihman because, well, I don't know if we're going to be, it depends on if there's anything to criticize, but I'm not going to hold punches if he does or says something wrong. Okay. We're going to check this out. So let's get into it. The video is called, wait, let me switch to small face mode. Brave. All right. So for those of you that are unaware, okay, the video is called Lies and Leaks. Willymac shows doxing disaster. I Don't like the, I like the thumbnail, but I don't like it from a marketing standpoint. Okay, I don't think it's like gonna be easy on the eyes when it's in like the recommended on somebody's taskbar or on somebody's you know, recommended, and also not a big fan of the title. I think that the title could be like way better and more simplified, like how Willymac lies to you or some shit.
That empanada.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Just from a marketing perspective. Rosie with the 2. Hope Discord starts working. Gotta go sell bras. Well, good luck.
Is a known doxer and harasser. If you go on his Twitter account at any time, you could see him doxing people. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my dox gets found, Bad Empanada immediately posted everywhere. Uploads a video blasting my name, my bride's name, the address of her wedding, all over the internet.
Whoa!
Truth is, Bad Empanada did not originate my dox.
Wow, Kuihman spreading dox. Kuihman spreading dox. Spreading dox in the video, right off the bat.
He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my dox originated on a niche.
No, Willy says, Willy defends what Destiny, Willy defends Destiny, signal boosting his dox by saying, oh, well, like, it's already viral or whatever. That was one of the defenses Willy provided to minimize Destiny's actions. So if it applies for Destiny, obviously, it's going to apply everywhere. If it's so viral that the harm is minimized by anyone talking about it, that's just going to apply universally across the board.
By this guy's unhinged viewers.
47 minutes? Oh my god, it's 47 minutes? Really?
What? Huh? Dude, surely people are going to point out how insanely dishonest this is. What is he even pointing to there?
I made videos on communists, Nazis, misogynists, feminists, scammers, and traffickers. People with millions of followers, yet this tiny little community is where all this doxing takes place.
What? What?
Where is the doxing?
What doxing is coming out of these communities?
Are we just Keffels now?
To be clear, to be fair, okay, to be fair, the dying chat that was Spicy Chat, which I joined, how long ago? I joined last November, and everyone hated me in there, and I said, the first thing I said was, I'm gonna cause the downfall of your chat. And one by one, all the Spicy Chatters have migrated to IC Chat. I love it, because my community now gets to do a ton of bad shit, and it gets blamed on Shud and Kuihman. I love this, dude. I love Destiny's like all these Kuihman fans, and he tweets out like 8 people, 5 of which are from my community. It's like we could do all the bad shit in the world, and it's just gonna get blamed on them.
Are we Keffels posting now? What are we doing here, dude? This is fucking insane, bro.
You know, Willy's flaws and all, his mishandling, I will happily take his side. Yes. If Willy's got evidence, he's got to come forward with it, at least to satisfy them. But I don't care.
At least to satisfy them. Has the standard not always been, if you're making a very like serious claim, you should like provide some like evidence behind it? You're acting like this is just like some unique expectation of like the people that already didn't like Willy. No, like across the board amongst commentary channels, your claims have always like required evidence, right?
He does or doesn't.
I decided to take a look at it. I dug into it to see what truth,
Dickers is here. Dislike.
if any, there is to Willymac's allegation against Kuihman and his community. The user who found and posted the link to Willy's wedding announcement page mentions Kuihman 0 times.
Where's the proof? No fucking proof. But you know what, guys? Kuihman's an asshole, so fuck him. Kuihman's mean to me, so fuck him, dude. That's the standard that Willymac show is creating right now.
There is no evidence at all that this person is in any way affiliated with Kuihman. It is completely made up.
It's a good intro. It's a good intro. This is... Should it be... Does it need to be 1 minute and 47 seconds? Not necessarily. But yeah, this is how like you should use clips in an intro, right? It's gonna kind of summarize what's about to happen to some extent.
Be clear. 2 seconds, by the way.
We now know what Kuihman's community's been accused of. We now know that there's no evidence behind it.
2 seconds of Googling.
Nicholas Diorio has now officially blocked me on Twitter for being slandered by Willymac.
Now, why about probably 6 of you are in the stream? I just wanted to briefly talk about this Willymac show drama because it's what's been...
Six! I feel like I need to point something out very quick. And I spoke to Nick today about something entirely unrelated. I don't know if he's seen the clip. I mean, I'm happy to talk to him about it, but I'm assuming he just did see it and doesn't... I don't know. But, you know, I just wanted to bring up really quick that the clip from my drunk stream last night, it made it... Wait, why am I... Hold on. Did they take it down? I'm all over the front page of Clip Live, dude. I'm all over the front page of Dioria's subreddit. Let's check this out. Hold on. No, it was down here. All right. Now, 111 replies, 27 upvotes, which means it's probably downvoted to shit, right? This clip is probably downvoted to shit, and surely you'd see some reflection of that in the comments, right? Yeah, so it's like agreeing with me, but calling Augie's take piss poor. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of these fucking... Man, that boy is greasy? What are you talking about, lil bro? What are you talking about? Why are people asking Nick to talk about Willy the same way people are demanding creators cover the Israel-Palestine conflict? Bro, just because he hasn't dedicated hours going over it doesn't mean he supports genocide. Nobody is asking... Oh my god, this is literally like the most bad faith tactic possible. Just like make the demand super extreme to make it look ridiculous. It's like, no, what I would... And I'm not even saying Diorio has to do this. I'm saying it's the respectable thing to do. You know, take a solid stance on it, right? Especially since you retweeted the video. Take a solid stance on it. You know, reiterate the ultimatum for Willy to provide a piece of evidence or issue a retraction. But yeah, I feel like this was downvoted to shit, but not a lot of people seemingly disagree. I feel like it should be against YouTube's terms of service to not cover this. Serious consequences are needed. True, dude. So fucking true. Disastrous Badger coming in with the win. I don't even think it should be like a YouTube TOS thing. I think it needs to be like a legal thing. I think there need to be like legal consequences for not addressing this. People need to go to prison over this. He's always vibrating. It's very weird. Now, I have my webcam on a laptop, which is on a table that just like shakes very fucking every time I like touch it a little bit, just like totally shakes. I don't know what the deal is with that. All right, well, bit of a side tangent there. Gotta talk about me. Dude, I gotta start hitting the gym, bro. My arms are like fucking twigs. Holy shit.
Requested upon me by everyone.
Your friend is making doxing allegations against somebody who you have also publicly feuded with. I feel like that's probably something you should at least look into. No?
I think the...
True. Once again, it's going to be reframed as you're not entitled to anyone covering it. I'm like, no, I'm not, right? It's the same thing where if you tell someone that, like, if you criticize the contents of what someone just said, they'll be like, you can't tell me what I can and can't say. First Amendment. And it's like, no, I'm not literally telling you that you need to like that you're literally physically, those words are not allowed to come out of your mouth. I'm saying like it makes you look like a disingenuous piece of shit. I'm not saying that here. What I'm saying here is, yeah, like for the types of coverage that Nick and the overall community engages in, yeah, the respectable thing to do would be to take a stance on this, especially after you retweeted it.
Commentary community can probably handle this one on their own.
At least watch the fucking video.
There's really not much I can say or do.
Do you think it's appropriate for Nick to respond? Bearing in mind that Nicholas has watched a bunch of Willymac's videos recently. And
He
even,
retweeted
defended
it. He retweeted this one.
I wish you...
He retweeted this one. And Diorio knows how I know half of you like probably fucking hate his guts, okay? I say this from a position of coming from someone who, you know, still holds respect for the guy. It is the respectable thing to do to cover this, especially after you retweeted it, right? I just don't feel like there's any good excuse here other than it's my friend's fuck up and therefore, like, I don't want to get involved. And it's like, fine, but I don't feel like you've had, like, issue with that in other circumstances.
Both luck in your forever war.
I had a back and forth with Nick, right, in his Discord. He's basically saying that he doesn't owe us anything to respond to interpersonal community drama. And I think that
By the way, Alex Gekmo's retarded. I just need to say this. He's like right completely on this drama. But like people like him are gonna start coming to like this side of things. Don't forget that these people just go wherever the wind fucking blows, okay? It's the RFC chatters are like a cancer that's now metastasized, and it's gone through the bloodstream, and it's gone from your lungs, now it's like growing in your liver, okay? These people are retarded, okay? No offense, I said this the other day. I don't have ill will towards any of these people. They're just not bright, okay? They're just like not, I don't say this, as I said, I don't say this from like a pompous perspective, but you need to be some genius to be around these parts, to be in my chat or whatever. Obviously not. But I don't want to incentivize people with below average intelligence to show up here. And I just genuinely think these people have like below average intelligence. They can't help it. It's not their fault. Okay? It's not their fault. But you know, I just don't want to deal with it.
is completely dishonest, and I think it's completely cowardly. A YouTuber with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, who gets hundreds of thousands of views, who you've previously...
Careful, Aiden, you are stepping on fake, shaky ground. Hashtag Mr. Lips Donut.
...said is kind of like a gateway to normies into drama.
The video is cut off, fix it? Okay. Oh. Dude, that's so bad. Wait. Hold on. Dude, this, like, iPad as my second monitor thing was just, like, such a smart fucking idea. God, I'm so fucking smart and cool. It's unreal. Have I ever told you guys how great I think I am?
When I see Willy's video, I see like entry-level video that gets you to Ryan Beard's video. Willy's not like internet people, and he's not terminally online. He's just like some
anybody who needs to talk about how they're not internet people. Anybody who like needs to talk about that is like overcompensating for something, okay? Like for your average person, real life participation is just a given. It's not something even worth mentioning or talking about because it's just like the average, the expected, right? If you need to like use that as like a descriptor for yourself constantly, there is something you are compensating for.
Fucking guy who makes commentary videos. I just think that Willy's like a turbo boomer too. And again, I think that's also being removed from this conversation.
Just dropped a video with one of the most dishonest, malicious segments I've ever seen, where he straight up...
Scallywag says no shit. Sorry guys, Scallywag already knows this. So I'm just gonna make sure that anything I say going forward, Scallywag doesn't already know.
Lies about Kuihman, tries to paint his community...
I'm not trying to run from Taya. I literally can't fucking join Discord. I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, it is literally not letting me join, all right? I'll try to shut it down with Task Manager again. Somebody said it was like my region. If you want to tell me how to change my region, I'll change my region. There's like nothing I can do. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying, okay? I don't run from debates. Alright, I'll try to relaunch it. Okay. I'll try. Okay. I gotta get my phone to scan the QR code for the browser. So when we're done with this video, Taya will come on.
His docs
if it lets me connect on the browser.
doesn't show any proof, and then he makes a segment about Augie.
Basically, what they were saying was it's kind of hypocritical for Destiny to get upset at Willymac for getting doxxed when he has a history of doxing people.
I don't run. I don't run. I literally never run. I can't join. I don't like. I'm in the middle of covering something right now because I couldn't join before. I was originally gonna do that at the start. I don't fucking run.
And is currently right now calling for their doxes, right?
So we never
Did I
played
get
the
the Streamlabs dono? Sorry, I forgot to open it. Let me check. Aiden, why are you moving your hands so... I talk with my hands. I don't know what you want me to say. Dude, am I not beating the crypto Italian allegations? No, log in. Dude, fuck my fucking I'm never logged into anything when I need to be logged into it. This is just like great. It's honestly incredible. Okay. Juicy okay. Okay. Wait, we got a few donos on Streamlabs. Navakva with the 10. Stream from Europe? Wow. Thank you so much for the 10. Super generous. This other person, whose name I'm not going to read, with the 3. Nice septum piercing. Thank you. This other person, whose name I am not going to read. Aiden, when was the last time you took Ozempic? Last I heard, you took a higher dose. I'm actually, like, drinking that shit right now. Juicy Dog with the 5. The vid is good. What ruins it is how distracting Kuihman's tiny hands are. Got it. Well, thank you guys so much for the donos.
Context and then acts like the reason I'm mad is because they called Destiny a hypocrite.
Where he completely misinterprets his point too, which I think is on purpose.
So he plays the clip of me saying, I don't think Kuihman has celebrated your docs. I don't think he's made arguments supporting you getting doxxed. And Willy plays that clip and he's like,
seriously, if that's the extent of your analysis, you need to quit.
And that's supposed to be like the mic drop in the video. But he forgets to act.
No, okay. And don't, I need your guys' honesty here. Do not glaze people just because they're on our side and agree with our position. I haven't watched any of Augie's coverage on this. It seems like some of the people who even agree with our side on the Clip Live subreddit said his coverage wasn't good. So, from a neutral perspective, tell me, did you think his coverage was good or not? Not just because you agree with him, was like the content any good? He had good coverage? Okay. Are you out of country? Yes, I am out of country.
Actually respond to what I'm saying. Why is what I'm saying stupid?
All right, no. For the people have been corrected online all day. Someone was like, why does Aiden's room have fucking whatever the material is that the walls are made out of here? It's like for the 800th time. I'm not in the US. I'm in Italy. Okay? I'm in Italy. At this point, I don't know if I'm going back. G's with the 2. There's a spider behind you. That's just Freddy.
I've been tired of dealing with it for 6 months with no retribution, so now we do the retribution.
Stevie said anything involving this bad empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified against bad empanada and anyone that supports him. Would Destiny be saying that those who dox people, those who make calls to violence or allusions to violence should be fair game?
Wink, wink.
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him.
Dude, wait, his hands are small. Wait, I never even noticed this.
Anything. is
Dude, his hands are like very small. Kuihman gives off like big 5'5" like energy. I'm excited to meet Perry. The conditions of me buying him food are we have to take a photo where he's like standing right next to me, so you get like totally mogged.
justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him. No? Is that not the standard? That's what he's laying out for me here. What is a way I could have phrased that point? That Destiny's standards
Destiny has recently doxed J-Stock and Kuihman.
leave his own supporters and fans open to being doxed and harassed.
Wait, how is this whole video just a montage? I don't know if we're still at the intro or if the video's like started yet. I guess I'm a little confused.
His motivation behind this is that everyone they associate with him ends up getting doxed and harassed, so he's doing it back to them.
Like, maybe it's the background music that's like putting me off a little bit. I don't know. Is it just me or is it like a little loud?
Self-defense doxing, is that what we're doing?
Like, I feel like the background music's like a bit distracting.
How could I have phrased that to where Willymac could not have accused me of dog whistling in the way he did?
When I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle to fuck with me.
How is this a real video, dude?
Willie acknowledges
Yeah, that point was like, to me, that point was what separated like any like plausible deniability or like ignorance from outright malice and lies. When he made that point, he did see the full clip. He knowingly takes it out of context and repeats it throughout the rest of the video to make it look like Kuihman was not simply trying to prove that Destiny's own logic contradicted his stances on like Willie getting doxxed. Willie acted like the hypothetical place Destiny's position would lead to was actually Kuihman's position. That's how he framed the clips for the duration of the video. That's what like absolutely nails it on the head, that it is knowing dishonesty.
that Destiny has doxed J-Stock and Kuihman.
And that's why I think like this is one of the most egregious lies told by a mainstream commentator in as far as I've been around 8 years. Like, as I made the case the other day, I was wrong to say that it was worse than anything John did. I thought the cam shit was pretty bad, right? Maybe that's like comparable. But in regards to lies, purely lies, like this might be up there for one of the worst I think a commentator's ever told. And that's why it's just interpersonal drama, you guys can go fight it over there. I'm not buying it. That doesn't really work for me. Because I feel like if this were anyone else, like, you'd be looking at this being like, this is fucking insane. Because it is. It is insane. Like, this is credibility destroying. This is like you should never work with this person in a professional capacity ever again type of incident. I don't know how we're just gonna like boil it down to that's just like some interpersonal drama.
Says that's okay because everyone that hangs out with Destiny gets swatted and doxxed by their
Thank you, G's for the $1.99. Much appreciated.
communities.
The victims I know are Destiny's girlfriend, Dan Saltman and his family, me and my wife, Hutch and his family.
Any evidence that they've done any of this doxing or are okay with it?
Anything is justifiable against.
The funniest part too is when Willie's like, it's all coming from this small little community. Oh yeah, the notoriously small little single community of people that hate Destiny, right? It's always just been the small little community. It's not like several communities from different ends of the political spectrum, from different online communities who use different tactics with different positions, positions on like the morality of certain tactics. No, it's just like this one little community from the guy that's like debated people on the far right and far left for, a decade. So true.
Destiny and the people who support him.
I don't think...
Nice clip, by the way, where Kuihman is clearly saying that that's what Destiny's position
Okay, who's saying it's a little loud? It's not a little, this is like excessively loud.
is. Not that he supports that standard of morality. But again,
it is like louder than like it is louder than the talking. This is not like a little loud. This is like excessively loud.
This is Willie's dishonest fucking editing, right?
Thank you, G's for the 10. I heard Shud is waiting to call in to play Monopoly. It's never happening.
There.
In the clip, I explicitly state that I'm not okay with doxing. Now, I have principles.
Dude,
I don't think...
this was edited by Ryle Kittenhouse. This was edited by Ryle Kittenhouse, bro. Maybe he got distracted. I heard, like, while he was editing this video, Ryle Kittenhouse's girlfriend walked into the room and interrupted him, and he was like, shut up, bitch! And he starts, like, punching her, and then while he was doing that, I guess he actually hit something on the computer, and it, like, reset the volume for the background music to default.
no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's not me. Anyone knows this is my position, that I don't agree with no bad tactics, only bad targets. There's not a wink and a nudge. There's not a, oh no, but actually we do. No, I don't. Unequivocally. Like anyone that has watched any of my content would know.
You're supposed to trust Willy. Just trust him, guys. Why?
Willy claims that
Kuihman is very wholesome. I'd say Kuihman's, like, standards, like, in regards to doxing, are more strict than mine, okay? I'm not even against, I don't want to make this statement conclusively, because the only problem I have with the notion of retaliatory doxing is that people could argue that something is a dox that wasn't initially a dox, and then use that as a justification to dox somebody else. And also, you might get the wrong person, and also if you get the right person, their family gets dragged into it, who had no say in any of this. So I think that's a problem with retaliatory doxing. If it were like a perfect world where none of these factors existed, you knew you were getting the right person, they had no living family, etc., and it was like a clear-cut case of they doxed you, then no, in that hypothetical, I think that's totally fine, to like level the playing field. You know, you've now brought my name out there, you know, then your name should be out there too. Problem? So yeah, in practice, retaliatory doxing is bad. In theory, assuming these like confounding factors didn't exist, I wouldn't really care. $3 from Belinda with a pair. Thank you so much. That is very fucking generous. Thank you, Belinda. Belinda with another pair for 2. Thank you.
it was my
Loving the pairs. Dude, I love that like little pair guy.
audience that doxed him initially.
At the end of the day, my crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast.
I had no idea until the Bad Empanada dox was viral that his girlfriend or wife or whatever was Israeli or Jewish. Not to mention, of course, this was weeks after Willymac had already been doxed that this clip happened. So the idea that it contributed in any way is absurd on the face of it. On top of that, one of Destiny's dox attempts on me.
I'm liking the change up in the music here. I like that. I like that. $5 from Belinda with another pair. Thank you so much. Sky with another pair. So many fucking pairs in my chat, dude. It's so based. Bushido, true.
Is in both of his videos.
For these DMs about you saying like, hey, I wish this person, has this person been doxxed yet?
Just feel like Kuihman, I'd kill him if I could. I'd choke the fucking house into it. Bro, I swear to God, if I quit streaming, I'm gonna go on an assassination mission, okay? People are gonna start disappearing one at a time, okay?
And in his second video, he plays a portion of the non-consensual cherry audio and shows all the KF posts of where to find it. So the idea that I am getting blamed for...
These points are good. These points are very good. The problem is, anyone who is a regular watcher of Kuihman, these are like the baseline points. They've heard all of it. The point should be getting this video outside of Kuihman's bubble. And to do that, you're going to want a better title than lies and you want the title to appeal to a normie. You want to like get out there, you know what I mean? $3 from Matra King with another pair, Benji with 2 with another pair, Belinda with another pair. Dude, the pairs are so fucking based. What the pair?
Leaving a video playing on autoplay that Destiny has already quote tweeted to 200,000 people. The idea that I am getting blamed for that when I censored it in the upload.
This whole community that's apparently so dox hungry and so vicious, as soon as they found out that Willy was deeply upset by this Kuihman clip, JStock deleted his tweet, Dickers deleted his tweet, and even the fucking Clipper
got throwaways to censor it on Twitter, even though I usually don't control.
Dude, this is... Dude, I can't, okay? You need to just make a version without the audio. That, like, everyone's sitting there like, this is great, that nobody mentioned anything about the audio. How did you miss that? This is so loud.
The people that fucking clip my shit at all.
Even that guy removed his tweet.
It's like peaking.
And re-uploaded it, censored. And I'm supposed to look at these people's...
Okay, good, it stopped.
Malicious doxers? Sure.
They're like, why aren't you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny is defending my already viral docs that's already in the hands of all the people who hate me.
I'm sorry, Willy.
No, I understand why Willy wouldn't be mad at Destiny. I think the intent, like, in regards to the action, the consequence will be just as damaging. So you can't like defend the action itself. Willy does defend and minimize the action itself. Wait, did the thing cut off? In regards to like why the motive or the intent of spreading that is going to matter is for your assessment of the person. And yeah, if it's them trying to defend you or denounce it, surely you're going to have a less harsh view on them than you would others. But simultaneously, don't minimize the harms of the action itself. Because if someone's spreading docs, regardless of why they're doing it, it's always going to have the same effect. Destiny's effect, by the way, would be like 10 times worse than Kuihman or Jay's stocks. Because he has, you know, such a big audience. Willy minimizes the action by, you know, talking about how, it was already viral. So, you know, people already saw it. And it's like, okay, but then why doesn't that apply to other people? Its virality and the lack of harm as a result thereof is not gonna, like, it has nothing to do with the intent, with intent. So regardless of intent, that factor is gonna apply across the board. Belinda with the 10, thank you so much.
I don't know if this fucked Willy or not. Oh, I guess now I don't care. Now
Okay, hold on. I read them in cluster. I'm trying to get through this video. It's like 40 minutes. Pears from Starfish. Thank you so much. Souls Giving you another pair. Thank you so much. Scallywag with a pair. Thank you so much. Matrick King with a pair. Thank you so much. Benji with a pair. Thank you so much. Godspeed with the smiley face. Thank you so much. Whew. Keep them coming. Pair gang for life, dude. Pair gang for life.
Fuck it, if your doc's, I'm not gonna let that slow me down.
We're acting like context and scale don't matter.
What? Are you fucking trolling? Okay, so if
context only matters when you're assessing the intent of the person, how responsible they are, right? Not actually assessing like the harm of that action.
Matter. Look, my dox is already out there, dude. Like,
in this case, when it comes to doxing,
what do you expect?
Or spreading dox.
Okay, well then why the fuck are you mad at Kuihman and JSOC then? Their tweets are after Destiny's tweet.
Yes. So true.
200,000 people saw your dog.
Benson with the 5. Pair lifting weights. That's gonna be me, man. When I'm back, we're locking in. Okay, we're taking creatine. I'm hitting those fucking free weights. All right, I'm gonna be running like David Goggins.
Because of Destiny. You know who else has been fucking doxxed recently? JSOC and Kuihman.
I'm at a loss over this Willy video right now, to be honest.
This is fucking insane.
Okay, when can I start calling Kui by his full legal name?
I'm at a loss over Fioreo's utter cowardice.
I'm just blown away by the lengths at which efforts are being made to hang this all around Kuihman's neck.
That is what Willy's doing. He has been fighting with us for months, and only now attempts to even remotely engage with anything anyone said in one of his videos.
Why are we now in like a 1920s jazz club? I feel like half my commentary is about the music. But it's like, that's like, dude, I don't know who edited this. I don't know why, like, a lot of people, their shit is, like, edited by, like, someone who's, like, deaf. But this, like, trend of just, like, super loud background audio, it's gotta stop. It's so distracting. Wait, that's...
Because, why? Because he found an opportunity to shut down criticism. Obviously.
And that's why Willymac Show doesn't want to debate people or engage with people in a conversation, because he can do stupid shit like this, where he can decide
now we
at the
got
end of the video.
They hate Destiny so much they're ignoring the very reality we live in.
Listen to that language. Willy's using Destiny's talking points.
Willy does not care about this doxing incident. Okay, this is pretense. Purely pretense, because it's a safe way to swing at me, to swing at Jason, to swing at Augie, because we put pressure back.
Now, obviously, I know that Willy really values people being able to hop on stream and back their arguments up. As he said, he was so positively about Destiny.
So now Kuihman's recorded audio of his autistic brother that he's locked in a closet with nothing except a bucket to shit in. So the only thing that he can do all day is like hit the bucket on the floor for entertainment. So Kuihman's like recorded a sample of that and used it as the background audio now.
People being able to hop on stream and back their arguments up. As he said, he was so positively about Destiny. So I'm hopeful that he's going to hop on stream with Augie at some point and talk about this and back up his argument.
Willy's not dumb. Willy's not an idiot.
I feel like Kuihman's being sincere.
He knows what he's doing.
Willy's malicious.
He can get away with that because nobody likes Kuihman.
You're prescribing a doxing allegation to his community based on nothing. It's crazy.
Willy's malicious, and he deserves to be called out.
quit. In my last conversation with Augie, he told me a story about how he quit drama.
I have to say something, and I took the L on this. My phrasing was horrible. I said that this is a lie, and then I proceeded to say the Salvo thing was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know why I said that. I think I had in my mind that it was like a little thing that like contributed to the larger pile or something. I don't know what I was thinking. That's just like purely an assumption. That was wrong, okay? It was not the straw that broke the camel's back, but I'm not going to sit here and not pretend like it wasn't a contributing factor of many. The main thing that caused him to leave was a lack of having fun and better occupational pursuits. We had a long conversation about this. It was the year that I stepped away as well, and I was talking about why I quit. We sat down for we had like a 3-hour phone call talking about this. Do you know how much time Salvo took up of that phone call? Like nothing. He was mostly talking to me about Salvo while he was still streaming like months prior. The last time we ever talked about Salvo, I think was in, what year did I go to his house? 2023. Summer of 2023 was the last time we talked about Salvo. In regards to the mom thing, that is not why he was angry at Salvo. That was like from 3 years prior, and everyone's getting that wrong. Or like 2 years prior, and everyone's getting that wrong. The drama was not that Salvo doxed his mom. Augie put out a tweet on his public Twitter profile, on the Augie RFC account or whatever, with a picture of him and his mom is in the background, and Salvo crops that and puts it up and makes like some sexual comment about his mom. And then like Augie was like, you know, morally posturing over that, and I'm like, dude, like, you know what side of the internet we're from. You know if you're putting up a photo of your mom, it's gonna get clowned on. You know it's fair game. That's why you don't put photos of your mom up on your account around here. But that was a conversation that happened like years or a year before he quit.
For a year because a guy named Salvo was doxing and harassing him and his family.
Wow.
Salvo was not doxing his family. Willie got this totally wrong. The whole Salvo doxed his mom is like completely wrong. Salvo never, first of all, this is a false accusation against Salvo. It didn't happen.
Ow. So now Willymac show is just leaking conversations that we've had.
First of all, I never told him that's why I quit the fucking internet.
Because what actually happened is a couple months ago, Augie and Willie had a private call
Where I had called him trying to ask him to debate Kuihman because I wanted to set up a debate on my fucking channel.
where Willie was venting.
Oh, these people hate it. These people hate it when it's the most threatening gesture ever to them when you ask them to call in or to debate. It starts like a quiet bridge burn behind the scenes. That's exactly what happened with Tommy. He won't admit it outright. If you just saying call in is like so threatening to certain people for some reason. It like causes like this mass psychosis. I don't understand what it is. This sounds like gay middle school drama. You're like probably a Willie alt, to be honest with you. No, a creator with 200,000 subs accused somebody 1/20th of his size of inciting a community that doxed him and his wife to the point where they were considering having armed security at their wedding venue. If that's middle school drama to you, I don't know what fucked up middle school you went to. It's probably some like bumfuck rural town in Arkansas where there were like meth labs blowing up around it on the daily. People's like moms were dropping them off. They were so fucking drunk behind the wheel. They were crashing into the fucking school. I don't know. But no, that's not middle school drama. This is pretty severe. The people saying it's spurg drama or interpersonal drama or middle school drama are sweeping. They are attempting to minimize this.
And he's rattling off, speaking like 1,000 words a second, talking about
some of his frustrations, his fears, his worries about getting aped all over social media.
How their communities have just been a giant fucking pain in his ass.
Aped and torn asunder.
And he's obviously giving me all of his reasons why he doesn't want to debate him.
This is why I feel like the intro just never stopped. I feel like this is like still the intro.
And Augie, in an attempt
to relate with them,
to commiserate and empathize.
I love this editing. I love this editing, but this should have been like at the it was at the beginning. But like we should get into the main like meat of the video now, with the background music and everything. It just like still feels like an intro. Chino with the 199 more. Is there ever a day you don't talk about Jews, man? Is there like ever a day you're not talking about that?
I'm like, yeah, I know what it feels like to have communities go after you. And I mentioned like the Salvo thing and stuff like that to sort of let them know that like, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
He doesn't say, I quit the internet because of this.
But then when he started explaining more and just going off, you know, I start pushing back and questioning. I'm like, oh.
Yo, thank you guys so much for helping us hit goal. You guys are insane. Holy fuck. Super generous.
Well, what are they doing? They're harassing you? What's happening?
Well, how these communities really engage in this sort of way.
Augie tried to sort of push back and ask a couple of questions.
And he gets nervous.
Willy freaked out.
And he's like, dude, are you recording me?
Are you recording right now?
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Are you recording me right now?
Yeah, but I'm like, dude.
You try to set me up?
Yeah, I'm your fucking friend. I'm not gonna record you.
Because
okay, the editing... Voice crack. The editing is kind of awesome. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever did the editing, minus the audio, you suck at audio, but like everything else, he knew what he was doing. He understood the assignment.
Fears that I or Chad or someone is in everyone's ear trying to turn people against this guy.
What do you think? I'd be like taping you to give it to Kuihman?
And that's why...
Read my dono from before. Okay, hold on. What we'll do is... Yeah, okay. Read my dono from before. You pair nicely with chat. Thank you so much. Confetti goal. Thank you so much for helping us hit goal, Belinda. You guys are on fire tonight. Holy fuck.
All of a sudden...
What we're gonna do so I can get through this segment is, not that I don't, like, no, super much appreciate it. I'm gonna read it in clusters, like I just did, just so we could get through this.
People are talking shit about him.
And I flip my camera on and stuff like that just to prove that I'm not recording him.
Not because of his own embarrassing...
They're so scared of the prospect of, like, debating or arguing in front of a live audience that can scrutinize
but that's
what they're saying, that even when they're talking in casual conversation, they need to, like kids check under their bed for the monster at night. Willy checks under his bed for the call-in or the debate, bro. He needs to make sure it's not there. It terrifies him. It terrifies Tommy as well, knowing that, like, at any moment they could get thrown into a debate.
Paranoia that we're dealing with here.
Not because for a long time his videos have been swept for, despite being utter dog shit that failed to make any argument through the entire...
I agree with Nico's contribution.
...runtime in some of them.
Even when I'm talking in private and Willy is privately expressing to me how much Kuihman and J-Stuck have run a train on him mentally.
Not because he has no understanding of the principles he espouses and simply adopts them because they're convenient for the groups that he's in.
Even in that moment, he thinks that I'm out to get him at the same time.
But because I must have, and this is a Destiny narrative too, I must have me, a sub...
Oh, thank God. It was quiet for... Like, it should just be like this most of the video. That, like, little funny segment with, like, the music and, like, what you just did, that could happen for a little bit, but then, like, the rest of it should be just, like, quiet. You know what I mean?
10K, hard stuck, sub 10K, 500 viewer max, streamer, control the entirety of H3 Snark, Kiwi Farms, commentary YouTube, the Destiny community cast off, Hassan Piker and his entire community. I, somehow, am the epicenter, the divergence point for these communities.
Exactly. It's like, there are so many, if you want to talk about the list of people that would be deranged enough to just go around and start doxing anyone Destiny's associated with, to pretend like that's a short list is moronic. He's probably, like, with the compared to 10 million sub YouTubers, he's probably got one of the longest lists online of people who want to do stuff like that to him, who want to fuck with the people he knows. He obviously, Destiny's not stupid, okay? People are gonna be like, you're saying you're sweeping for Destiny. He's obviously not dumb, okay? That's why he's a good manipulator, okay? You know, it's okay to admit that manipulative people do have some level of intelligence to achieve that manipulation. Now, right now, obviously, hasn't been so great for him. Regardless, he knows. Destiny knows that this wasn't Kuihman, just to be clear. It's kind of like a genius, like, from a complete sociopathic, manipulative perspective, his tactics are kind of genius, what he's doing here. But he knows this isn't Kuihman. He's using it as an opportunity to get at him. I'm sure Destiny co-signed on the video. If someone is manipulative, they can't be brain dead. I think this is the worst part for me about the Destiny stuff. It's like, I'm kind of desensitized to like people doing horrible shit online in like a sexual like I've seen rape allegations, except not that I don't think that's horrible, but in the sense of, does it shock me when I see like a rape allegation on the timeline now? Not really, no. You know, I've been seeing these allegations for 8 years. I think why the Destiny shit was so shocking to me is A, because I haven't kept up with him like most of you have, all right, despite what Kuihman will tell you. And second of all, I had high expectations for the guy. I think he is good at rhetoric, and I think that he had a lot of potential. He just had to be like a horrible human being. That's like what I think the, you know, tragedy is.
Communities where everything comes together.
There's an effort to smear Kuihman as some sort of doxer so that he can act like he's not worth talking to.
I'm hearing Destiny compare me to Hamas.
This is just like the Israel-Palestine shit. When Israel does some shit, be like, you know that like you guys are gonna get attacked now by terrorists if you do. It's like, yeah, it's already happening. Like
Hysteria that is beyond parody. And for what? Because I was just the first guy saying, hey, maybe people are going a little bit too far and excusing actions against people that are against their own principles. And now apparently I'm the guy who's no bad tactics, only bad targets. After months of fighting on that,
Kuihman's been super consistent about this, like across the board. Like even, I feel like I had a disagreement with him over something, but he is against the tactic. Just to be clear, like he is absolutely 150% against the tactic.
hemorrhaging viewers for 3 to 6 months over arguing that exact position, but somehow they have found a way to just manufacture this desperate smear.
To be honest, I'm glad that this happened because I've seen his nature, you know what I mean? Because he's clearly malicious now.
It just seems very bizarre that Augie was trying to get both Kuihman and Willymac on stream for a debate.
But I think it's clear that Willy will get very nasty with you if you perturb him in any sort of way.
And all of a sudden, Kuihman's a terrible, terrible doxing guy.
But, you know, he has shown that he's capable of doing this really to anyone.
Did Kuihman fall under 10K, or did he never hit it? I don't understand.
That upsets him.
So ask yourself, why is it that Willy only engages with a single clip where he can cry victim in a completely incoherent way with the rest of the arguments in the video?
And then throughout the video, he continues to present that clip out of context, and people could be like, oh, well, he did provide the context at the beginning, and it's like, yes, but then he'll actively tell you that what you just heard was not what you just heard. It's not proving a logical inconsistency. It's like Kuihman's actual position, right? And then he'll play the part where he's presenting what this logic would lead to repeatedly to like beat it into the viewer's head that this is his position. But he's shown the full clip at the beginning, so he has that plausible deniability, which some people have used of, oh, well, he did show the full thing at the beginning. He did, right? And then he lied about it. And then he kept showing that one part of it out of context repeatedly, so you remember that part.
About doxing and his wedding and his bride. Why is it that that is the only thing Willy engages with? I think the answer's pretty obvious.
Hard stock? Maybe he just doesn't understand market. Like, I don't know, dude. I need to give this guy... I told him, like, when I first started talking to Kuihman, I told him, like, dude, your thumbnails are dog shit. Then he changed them recently. I like the direction he was going. But, like, I felt like this guy's like a marketing dumbass.
Upsets him
sometimes.
So ask yourself, why is it that Willy...
these thumbnails are good. These are good thumbnails, right? The foreground stands out. The person stands out because the background is dark. You have bold font that's white and red, which is just like the meta right now. Rule of thirds, okay? That's what you should be doing. And then... where were the thumbnails I was thinking of? Yeah, these thumbnails. I'm like, dude, there's so much happening on screen. It's not aligned. There's no rule of thirds. The foreground is not like clearly distinguished from the background. The font is going to be not easy to read, or your eye doesn't immediately go to it when it's like in someone's recommended page. Like these thumbnails are just like total dog shit. You had way too much going on. Got it. What is this gay thumbnail 101 shit?
I think the answer's pretty clear.
It's something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about, you know, marketing yourself. Wait, so was that the intro? Okay, so the intro's over.
I think we should get straight.
Okay. Dude, I was like, is the intro? Okay, so that was a 14-minute intro. I was so confused. And you guys were like, oh, no, the intro hasn't ended. That was... The intro ends at 14 minutes.
Straight into this. I think we should start talking about this. So, for those who don't know, Willymac
no more
released
background music.
A video last night.
Trying to get some new shit in there, swimwear, going
It's a video mainly about Bad Empanada.
Who's editing for this guy?
You know you a star, you can touch.
Now, Willy claims Bad Empanada is not the one who doxed his wedding. I take a slightly different definition of doxing. I think pretty much any reasonable person takes doxing to mean any instance of someone publishing a collation or piece of PII that is obscured from the public, generally, or isn't directly linked to the content creator.
He used my definition! He used my definition! Oh my god, me. I did that. That was me. That was me. Everyone calls my doxing definition dog shit, but show me like any example of something that is widely accepted as doxing, and it fits my definition to the bone.
Of harassment. Now, that is what Bad Empanada did. 100%. That is what he did. Now,
it's a great definition. You're all coping.
He originate the dogs? No. The dogs originates with a Kiwi Farms post by a completely anonymous account, as far as I can see, that has 2 posts, neither of which mention me. I don't know how I'm supposed to have any control over that. I don't know how I'm supposed to take any responsibility for that. Obviously, this person might watch my content.
Come on. On the micro level, this might be true, but on the macro level, we know you were behind it.
But there's no way for me to know. There's literally no way for me to know. And even less, there's no way for me to take action on it. Because clearly they don't use the same profile picture or account name or whatever everywhere. So there's nothing I can do about this. Despite what Willymac probably wants you to believe.
With this, Bad Empanada did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers. So when
a niche forum? I didn't even realize he used that terminology. It's Kiwi Farms, like the #1 site where this kind of shit happens. A niche forum. No, it is certainly not a niche forum. What are you talking about?
When I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle with me.
So, I saw that video last night. And Willymac's basis for ascribing this to me now is
there
a
was
clip
no basis
that takes place, and purely you can see this from the video, it makes no sense otherwise, a clip that takes place weeks after Willy has already been doxxed. He uses that
to be fair, I don't know if he was saying this isn't fair, like it's not even this, like a minor I guess disagreement. I don't remember if he was using that. My recollection is he didn't cite a single piece of evidence for the Kiwi Farms docs. He used that clip as evidence that you foster that kind of culture in your community. In general, I guess. To prove that that's like the general thing that you're okay with in your community. Not that that specific clip was what what led to the docs. At Aiden, Destiny leaked his DMs with Willy today. It's okay, let me look. You're like obsessed, Kathy. It's unreal. Dan Saltman, Destiny, Erudite, Dan Salt. By the way, if you're like, I hate to say this, I don't know a whole lot about Erudite. She seems like a loser. But if you're like doing like this 3 a.m. erudite content, or if you're watching 3 a.m. erudite content, you're a fucking tasteless loser. Okay? You're a tasteless loser. I try to watch like someone like Parry talk about erudite at like 3 in the morning, and it's like, it sucks. Hold on. Destiny reads out more DMs. Oh, wait. Okay. A member of Kuihman's community. A member of Kuihman. By the way, oh, this is a call to action. This is a call to action. And someone's like, oh, you're telling your audience to make themselves targets for DGG? Yes. Yes. Yeah. You thought KRD was just like a metaphor? Or a hyperbolic message? It wasn't, okay? Put AIDS gang in your Twitter bios when you clip, so this fucker can't attribute credit that rightfully belongs to my community, to Kuihman, okay? He calls my people Kuihman's community. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. So yes, make yourself a target. For me. Thanks. Yeah, that's the point you made earlier. Yeah, I made it in like a little fucking text chat that not everybody who's watching this stream saw. That's why I'm saying it here, you fucking idiot. Hold on. What is... I'm being hacked. I'm being DDoSed.
I messaged him and I said, no clue how active you are
Why
in
is this audio so fucked?
these communities or how much you follow this stuff. I think this might have been after he got doxxed on July 21st. And then I sent him this screenshot. Why is Justical coming after Willymac? He's a total retard, but I'm not actively going after him right now. Just commenting occasionally, signaling...
Wait, was this after Willymac got doxxed? Was this after Willymac got doxxed? Wait. This DM was sent after the doxing. Dude, this is... Do you see what this guy did? He sees his associate get doxxed. I'm honestly... This is like... Okay. He like rubs his hands together and he's like... Because he has like these personal enemies. And while this guy's probably emotionally heightened or whatever, because he's getting married or this shit happened, he's like, hey man, I know like you've been doxxed, probably a lot of them, but have you seen this? To like give him somewhere to concentrate that emotion and anger. Dude, it's so manipulative.
To his fan base. You said he couldn't form agency. You come for his throat. This might be... I don't know if this is spicy chat or if it's Justicle's Discord server. He said he couldn't form agency. You come for his throat. He's legitimately illiterate. Why? Why be pranking someone about to go to jail? No, false. No. So I sent him a message on July 21st. I said, no clue how active you are in these communities, how much you follow this stuff. I sent him the screenshot, and then I said, but people like Justicle will amplify doxes from places like Kiwi Farms or people like Bad Empanada.
To be clear, I don't think he was... I don't think that's exactly how... I think that's what Destiny's intent was, but yes, Willy has agency. Willy is a grown man. Willy knew what he was doing, okay? I think Willy would have caught on to what Destiny was trying to do, and probably at some point consciously agreed with it.
And others like Kuihman will make sure everyone else they can reach, like Augie, Diorio, etc., falls in line. Be careful, maybe. That's what I said.
Okay, that was really not, like, super pressing to interrupt mid-segment. Couple more.
Augie appeared on Chud's stream. Now, one of the things that Willy said about Augie...
Oh, and then I sent him another message on July 23rd. I said, I don't know how much you keep tabs to my spicy chat, but a lot of...
Why don't Kuihman and Destiny just get in a debate, man? I'll host it, guys. I'll moderate it, okay? Just debate each other.
unquote disavow when chatters in their communities dox people and stuff, and that's quote unquote true, insofar as they will kind of laugh and say it's not.
Aiden hates his audience? What do you mean I hate my audience?
Not allowed, just so they don't get in trouble, but they fully participate in places where people are always doing that shit, and they're always laughing along with it and not saying anything to stop it. And then I give 2 screenshots of, this is from Spicy Chat. These messages might still even be in there, I don't even know, where they're just like posting pictures of...
I was gonna say this before, okay? Destiny used this to fit the narrative that this was allowed in chat. It wasn't, okay? It wasn't. But the stupid level of fucking negligence in that chat is like ridiculous. And I went in there to say, why the fuck didn't you guys get because it was one of the mods. There's 3 mods in the server. One moderates general, one moderates spicy, the other moderates spicy. One's on EU time, the other's on American time. Now, when the American is sleeping, you know, you'd have the Euroid come in and do the moderation, except he was on vacation that week, and they had nobody to come in and just, like, take his place or whatever. It's like totally negligent. Now, to be clear, I know, and Destiny knows, that these types of things are not, like, consciously allowed in Spicy Chat, right? And if he said the mods only deleted it because he called them on it, okay, well, surely you'd have, if this is, like, a Kiwi Farms type platform, surely you'd have a previous instance of docs, right, to substantiate that this wasn't like a one-off mistake. Surely you'd have another example, right? But with that being said, yeah, this was like retarded levels of negligence.
Like, Bad Empanada really is the left's Nick Fuentes. Bad Empanada is funny as fuck. Fuentes doesn't need to post stuff like this. He's an army that does it for him. That's the Shamu guy. And they're just posting pictures of... I guess one of these people is supposed to be Willymac's wife now? Mrs. Mac Show gets to look at this whenever she pleases, and you're complaining? Fine, this is the last time. Bottom shelf. Like, all these guys, yeah, they all do this.
Oh my god,
like,
dude. And it's like the... It's so dumb, bro. Everyone in that chat is so stupid. It's unreal, except for a few. Everyone in that chat is so dumb. It's such a dumb, dying chat, bro. Such a decrepit chat. It's filled with wine moms? Yes. Yes, it's literally like, it's unk chat, bro. It's like 50-year-olds. Dude, someone was in the chat the other day, was like, you probably are going through a Nirvana phase or whatever. And I'm like, you probably, what am I thinking? I'm like, you probably, I don't remember what I said actually to him. It was something like, you were probably too old to be into them when they were touring. Some shit like that. And his response was, oh, well, yeah, I was like a senior in college when Kurt died. I'm like, you were a college senior in 1994? That's how you responded to, like, refute me calling you old? You're admitting you were a college senior in 1994, sir? Really? You're older than my parents, sir.
So it's like...
That I am the one doxing him, or that my fans are the ones doxing him. And that necessarily has to be the case, because in the clip Willymac's talking about, I'm reacting to a Destiny quote tweet of Gato Fumador.
By the way, thank you so much, Belinda, with the 2. Don't forget to see if you can get into Discord. I will try.
Fumador person posted a video, a clip.
Wait, by the way, did he say Gato? Isn't it Gato, like El Gato, like the cat in Spanish, and like also the streaming capture card? Gato? Gato? Dude.
Of Bad Empanada's video of Willymac's docs. I don't watch Bad Empanada. I'm not a big Bad Empanada viewer, so I hadn't seen this video before. I didn't know the contents of this clip intimately. And it is partly blurred. It is partly blurred.
What's the shame in admitting you do watch him? Separate the art from the artist.
Point. And the docs does not appear until
it's a joke.
A minute, 2 minutes into the clip. So it plays silently while I'm discussing it. Obviously, I knew what the clip was about because, I mean, everyone was talking about how Willymac had been doxed. So I was tertiarily aware of sort of what was happening. But the clip plays on my stream, and this docs information scrolls by while I'm making a point. Now, in Willy's own video, Willy says he does not blame Destiny because by the time Destiny quote tweets his docs, it's already viral.
Oh, he's gonna steal my talking point. He's gonna skinwalk me. He's gonna skinwalk me.
It's already broadly seen.
Yes, but yours came after when it was even more broadly seen. So wouldn't that diminish the harm? Wouldn't that diminish the harm of you doing it as well? Wouldn't that excuse also apply? He's gonna steal my point. Always skinwalking me. Now, obviously, he's not skinwalking me. Obviously, it's a very easy conclusion to reach, and that's why you should not accuse me of skinwalking him. When I happen to come across a very, like, easy... If you know how to follow, like, logic, when I come to, like, an obvious conclusion, you accuse me of skinwalking him when it's, like, the obvious conclusion.
So I'm absolutely baffled how I'm supposed to have any responsibility when the quote tweet I am covering to make my point about Destiny already has like 100,000, 200,000 views when I'm looking at it. And I have a few hundred live, and then I censor it for the VOD upload. Because obviously I don't intend to dox Willymac. So I censor it for the VOD upload.
They're like, why aren't you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny's defending my already viral docs that's already in the hands of all the people who hate me. We're acting like context and scale don't matter.
So a few hundred people saw this through my stream when hundreds of thousands have already seen it through Destiny's video. Yet Willymac uses that logic to absolve himself of any culpability in J-Stalk's docs because
True.
Destiny or Destiny's fans have
True,
already posted it with
and
hundreds of
Willy didn't just do it, like... Willy didn't just do it once. He did it twice. He signal boosted it twice. And Willy could fall back on the, oh, well, my intentions were good. Well, it's like, sure, but also I don't believe that. Right, but even if you buy into his plausible deniability, it's like, the consequences are just going to be the same.
thousands of views. But for some reason, this logic that Willymac uses to absolve himself doesn't apply to me. And that's not the only point where Willymac is...
This guy have a
this logic
tattoo
that
on his...
Willymac uses...
I don't know. Am I, like, tripping?
Destiny, or Destiny's fans, had already posted it with hundreds of thousands of views.
I thought I saw a tattoo on his hand.
But for some reason, this logic that Willymac uses to absolve himself doesn't apply to me.
Check Icy, lil bro. I'm in Icy. What's going on? Okay, why are Callum and Dust Bunny having an argument? What is happening? What is going on? What the fuck is Okay, so we've got a By the way, if you're not in the Discord yet, join the Discord, and if you're cool in general, you'll have access to the infamous exclusive Icy chat. Someone in here is leaking someone you invited. What was leaked? What is going on? Can someone just, like, explain to me coherently what's happening? Okay. Check DMs? Okay, Nico. Alright, you're getting timed out, buddy. Let's not. Can we not? Thanks.
That's not the only point where Willymac is refusing to apply vindicating logic that he knows to be true, that he knows himself to believe. Where he refuses to apply it for me, but is happy to apply it for himself or for his friends.
True.
So, great example of this. The Dark Viper drama. I don't remember what it was, like a year ago now.
You're prescribing a doxing allegation to his community based on nothing. It's crazy.
So is it just going to be a reiteration of, like, every point that I've given?
Broadly unpopular. Anyone with any fucking sense who's left in the pockets of commentary community, whatever that means at this point, has immediately clocked that this is an utter breach of standards, a complete abandonment of the very logic that has allowed their careers to flourish for 10 fucking years, 10 years.
True, but he's skinwalking me, I'm afraid. He's skinwalking me, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish this. It just looks like a reiteration of everything I said yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was like 2 days ago. I don't remember. Whenever the fuck I said it someday. I don't remember when I said it. Someone is in call-ins. Well, I can't call. It's not working. He's skinwalking you so hard. Someone just dropped a nuclear bomb, bro. Yes. Very low attention. No, I just don't care to, like, rewatch something where it's just gonna be, like, the points I made yesterday. Or whenever the fuck I watched Willy's video. I did not watch it. I don't know why I keep saying yesterday. Whenever I watched it. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna have people call in. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab my phone. It's charging. I'll scan the QR code on browser, join a browser, and also gonna hit a vape. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hopefully you're still here. Yeah. All right, we'll do this. Hold on. Wait, did I shut the thing? Okay, I think I shut it. Cool. Wait, let me, hold on. I gotta shut the curtain, bro. There we go. Sorry, I'm like a paranoid schizophrenic. Cool. All right. Anyways. Hold up. All right, cool. We're back. We're back. Sorry. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try Discord on browser. See if that works. If not, I'm gonna just try it on my phone and then put it on speaker. So to do this, I have to, hold on. Discord, login. Then I have to log in with a fucking QR code. Hold on, people. One sec. Settings. QR code. What the fuck is it, bro? Scan QR code. All right. Hopefully I'm not showing it on screen and my account isn't getting hacked right now. Are you human? Yes. So now I have to do a CAPTCHA. Select all the images that... Okay. Alright, I think that's all of them. Watch me still get it wrong. Next. I got it wrong. It's a picture of the produce aisle at a grocery store, so I'd imagine I'm just supposed to be clicking produce. Okay, did it work? Now it's making me do the CAPTCHA again? Select the item that can be closed and reopened. A suitcase. Select the item... Another suitcase. Verify. It didn't even log me. What was the point of doing... Huh? Wait, why'd you even have me do that? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. We're gonna probably just have to do this on phone then. You're in? No, I'm not, lil bro. I am not in. It's now saying on my phone I'm in. Okay, let me try to do this on Brave. Because Chrome clearly doesn't have its fucking shit together. Alright, Discord. Log in. We're gonna do this again. For the CAPTCHA, can you, please, figure out a new way to rewrite an equivalent of Einstein's theory of relativity to prove you're a human being? Fuck me, dude. This is ridiculous. These CAPTCHAs are getting, like, insane. Alright. Are you a human? Yes, I am a human. Select the item that can be closed and reopened. A suitcase. Next. Another suitcase. Verify. Are you... Dude, I have to do it again. Select the image that can be closed and reopened. A suitcase. Another suitcase. Verify. What is happening? What? I tried it on another bro. I'm just gonna go on speaker. Fuck this, bro. Fuck, this is, like, insane. Alright, I'm in. On my phone. Change audio output to speaker. Okay. Yo, man, what's up? You're on the air.
Aiden, can you check DM?
Okay. Now let's see if Teo wants to go. This is so scuffed. Why can't I just join on my fucking PC? Or it's not my PC, it's my laptop. RTC connecting. Alright, I'm just gonna look this up. Discord RTC connecting glitch. Update your network driver. Change your domain name server. Clear your computer's network cap. Change the audio subsystem. I just want it to work. I just want Discord to work. That's all I want. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Hold on. It just might be blocked by the fucking hotel's internet. So I'll switch to my hotspot. I think I know what's happening here. Let's try this. Switch to my hotspot. Hopefully this doesn't shut off the stream. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Stream working? Is the stream working? I'm on my hotspot now. Alright, let's try this now. It's working! It's working! It's now letting me use Discord. Got it. Okay. Now we'll have Taya call in. Alright, I have to unremove Taya from the... Fuck my life, dude. Alright. Roles? Okay, you could join callers now, I think. Join Collins. Join Collins. Belinda with the 2. Let's go. Let's go indeed. Alright, join Collins, Taya. Let Kathy... Okay, same bit. Kathy, what's up? Hello? Oh, wait, my audio output... I can't hear you. One sec. Best streamer ever. Hold on. Hold on. Input device. Output device. Alright, talk now?
Hello? Hello, sir?
Now I hear you. Alright, can I help you?
Okay, okay. I have big problem. You were streaming. You didn't know what's going on in IC. We got a mole. Someone took screenshot. You know, first rule, if you go IC chat rule, first rule is no screenshot. Screenshot equal ban. But someone took screenshot and spread it on Justical Discord. Now, the screenshot content might not matter, right? It's just Justical is a Zionist. Who cares? Okay, so it's not a big deal. That's the content of screenshot is not a big deal.
Screenshot?
But the fact that the fact that someone leaks screenshot is a big deal. It means that someone taking screenshots, sending them away. We don't feel safe anymore. I am as a IC chatter. I don't feel safe.
Who did it?
We don't know. That's what we are trying to find out.
Got it. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it if you don't know who it is.
You are supposed to investigate. Maybe hire detectives. Wendy might be able to investigate. I investigate, and then we come up to conclusion who did leak the screenshot.
Okay. Well,
you are not treating the problem seriously.
What was
I called out the leak and I got timed out.
What was in the screenshot?
Well, I told you the content or the screenshot doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm curious.
It's about the fact that someone is taking screenshots.
I'm curious. What was the content?
Well, I just called Justical. I said he's a Zionist. And Callum said he is paid by Israel. Something like that.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, you need to start an investigation team.
Cal, what's up? Can I help you?
Hey, Aiden. Aiden, this guy leaking this stuff, man. He's a Central Time Zone. Do you know anybody in Central Time Zone that is
Okay, I don't give a fuck about any of this. Where is Taya Perks? Okay, where is Taya Perks? We're tonight's entertainment, and we have one question, dude. Where is this person? Where is Taya? Help Taya get in call. How am I supposed... I don't see the server, Aiden... Okay, Taya, just join any tech voice chat and I'll drag you in, okay? Just join any voice chat. Join general, join AFK, I'll be able to drag you in. You are DSP status, buddy. I don't know anything about that guy, but if you like know about like the lore behind everyone who like knows the Chris Chan, DSP, Wings of Redemption, fucking Dubus Goobus 89 buttfucker lore, it like is always a loser. So I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so we'll drag Taya up. Taya, you're on the air. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yo.
What's up? So you wanted to debate me?
For some reason, quiet on my end.
Oh, okay. You wanted to debate me?
Yeah, but 1 second.
Yep. Dude, why is my fucking button is stuck? There we go. Got it.
Oh, sorry, I muted it. Did you want to say something first? I always ask.
No, go ahead. What do you want to debate me on?
What we said yesterday, I think I came across more serious than I wanted to, but I had two things to ask or say first.
Yes.
Did you really think that because I said I didn't use the word weird, I thought I was centering myself, or I thought I was self-centered? Or was that the drunk Aiden?
I don't know. Next question.
I feel like that's backing out. I really do.
It's not backing out. I don't remember what my thought process was when saying it, but I probably meant it. Yeah, I meant it. You know, I'll own it. I meant it. I meant it literally.
I think that's really immature because I watch you from a PS5 and a phone. There's a delay. You're in Italy, first of all. So I don't know. I'm watching you on a delay. I was just responding to what you said. And even if I was caught up, I don't know why I can't just respond to what you said, even though you're responding to someone else.
Well,
How is that self-centered?
Well, you particularly said I never said weird, and I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the person in chat that had just said weird.
I know, but why can't I just address you even though you previously said I said weird? I was just clarifying. Why, even though you said something to someone else, why can't I clarify what you said to me?
Well, because the clarification would be built upon the assumption that I was addressing you, which I wasn't, which is why I corrected it.
I mean, that's just someone else assuming.
Well, it's not if I say, oh, you're calling something like to the chat, you're calling something weird, whatever, and then you respond, I never said weird. Would it not follow that like you're assuming that I was accusing you of saying weird?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I was just clarifying that I didn't say weird. I didn't really think you were talking to me, or maybe you were, but I was just trying to clarify because I knew it was serious that I didn't say weird. I didn't know if you were talking to me. But I was just trying to clarify. I didn't say weird.
Okay, but that clarification would be done under the assumption that I was accusing you of saying it. If you have to clarify you didn't say something, right? That would normally be built upon the, position that you were being accused of saying something.
That's not necessarily true. I could just clarify something if I want to.
Okay, got it. All right, what's the next point?
What was I gonna say? I do get why my comment came cross more seriously, but I say a lot of things that aren't serious. Like if someone's cheating on their partner, for example, I'll say electric chair. I say a lot of stupid things that aren't meant to be serious. However, if someone is like 17 and 19, I didn't my true inner thoughts are they're not a pedophile at all. At all. I was just trying to say they're at two different stages in life. I remember when I was 17, I don't think I would be ready to date someone that might be going into college. So, I mean, they're just at two different stages in life. That's all.
Well,
And
that might be for you, but I'd say for like your average 17-year-old, the maturity gap is not going to be so significantly different from a 19-year-old that it's going to like diminish like the ability to consent to that exchange, right?
And I was gonna say I'm willing to just disagree. I'm also wondering why, and not in a sense that I'm accusing you of being a pedo, in the sense that like someone's asking for directions. Just curious why it bothers you if someone just disagrees on the topic. Like, why does that bother you so much?
Well, it's not. I'm gonna obviously reply to your disagreement if I think like the disagreement is like insane, right? I think it is insane. You were arguing that the consequences should be the same across the board, and I explicitly clarified. Obviously, there's going to be a difference between someone that goes after. There's going to be a difference between a 19 and 17-year-old dating and somebody that's going after a 9-year-old. And you said no, the consequences should all be the same. And like, yeah, that's obviously like a bit insane.
I believe I clarified just two people that are 2 years apart.
No, you didn't, but that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
And obviously, as you get older, like 54 and 52, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I just meant two people under 18.
Got it. Got it. Well, thanks. Bye. Alright, I'm switching back. Alright, so did Internet Versus... Okay, we're back. Did Internet Versus finally address, or did Internet Versus cover this Parlo shit? Hold on, because apparently the document is 300 pages. God, fucking useless. Alright. Guess we have to look at another source. What? 2 months ago? Holy fuck. Who's buying this guy's cameo, by the way? Out of curiosity. I think it's a cheap shot to make fun of Boblax, but I genuinely pulled him up to see if he made a video on it. He didn't. So, but I feel like I just really want to check in with the guy.
Hello, this is Boblax, aka Bobby, here to give you an announcement with my unbrushed hair. I am on Cameo. You can get me to say anything you want. Let me speak! Address the allegations! Bitch, you have
This goes hard for some, like, fat 60-year-old now recording fan.
nothing! Anything. Absolutely anything you want me to say? In a ridiculous way or a non-ridiculous way.
Cameo,
I'll do it.
You know how they say Afghanistan is like the graveyard of empires? That's like the expression. Well, Cameo is like the graveyard of careers. Like, I feel like you go on here, last time I was on here at least, and it's just like all like people who are just like totally washed up. Okay, Antonio Brown, last I heard from him, he was like getting a massage that he was filming for his like Instagram, and he like kept farting on the guy giving it to him. I know he has like CTE, well, you can't diagnose that until after somebody dies, but come on, it's obvious. No, I'm not interested in athletes. I want to see YouTubers, man. Musicians. Reality TV. Who do we got? Oh, dude, it's Mama June. Do you know what she did? So she, like, made her daughter go to, like, all the... It's actually kind of sad. She's like trailer trash that had a bunch of kids. She like made her daughter, she didn't, I guess, make her per se, but she had her participate in pageants, which is like, yeah, you're like already doing great as a parent if you're having your child partake in that weird fucking tradition that somehow continued to this day. Giving her like go-go juice, which was like caffeinated. I don't know what was in it, but like it would make like her daughter really active before a pageant. It got memed on or whatever. And her daughter was like morbidly obese. It's a long story. She ended up like losing weight, and then she started dating this guy who was a convicted sex offender that molested her other daughter, and she like refused to leave him despite the fact that he molested her daughter. And then I guess she did leave him at one point, and I think she got with some other guy who was abusing someone else, and then she withdrew money from her daughter's account that she had made while she was doing pageants. She's just like a scumbag. Who is paying for a cameo?
Hey guys, look, this is your girl Mama June, and y'all know who I am, aka Honey Boo Boo's mom. Y'all have seen me on—
Her daughter doesn't talk to her anymore, by the way. You know it's me, Honey Boo Boo's mom. Her daughter does not talk to her. She stole her daughter's money. She stayed with a guy that molested her other daughter.
Tons of TV.
I think her Honey Boo Boo, her like sister, was raising her at one point.
Whether it be Taller Than Tiaras, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, Masked Singer, Dumber and Dumber 2 the movie, and now Mama June Family Crisis. We've been on reality TV for 15—
She's promoting Mama June Family Crisis. That's literally a show where they're addressing the molestation, her stealing funds from her daughter. Mama June Family Dude, she's like referencing that show as an example of like things she's been on.
years, and y'all have loved to hate us and hate to love us, but loved us through the good, bad, and
I don't know what she's on right now. She like smokes crack and shit too. It's insane. Who else we got? I want to see YouTubers, man. Creators. Yeah, let's go to creators, man. Oh!
What is good, y'all? My name is Nova Gay.
Isn't this guy a pedophile or something? I don't want to falsely accuse anybody. Who else do we got on here? Oh, dude, this guy is so untalented and he sucks. He like sucks. His whole bit is like, guys, I have a disability. Look how weird I am. That's like the whole bit that he's gotten big off of. It's like, surely it's gonna get old at some point, right? It's like, look at me, I'm weird. And disgusting, because like does disgusting shit. Like he like put like a cookie in his ass once. Hold on, where? Aiden, you can't dodge Taya in chat. I wasn't reading chat. What's happening in chat? Aiden, do you hate me? Like, I feel unwelcomed, and I'm not allowed in the Discord. I don't have strong feelings attached to anybody online. But yeah, I'm not gonna let you in the Discord when you were, like, schizo-posting about Cal, and then coming in here, like, proposing, like, asking how you could dox someone that you know. Like, and then people reciting that to say that I allowed doxing in my server. So, yeah, obviously I'm not gonna have you in right now, or in the near future. It's really nothing personal. Thank you so much for helping us hit goal, by the way, guys. Holy fuck. Belinda with the 2, your efforts are appreciated, Aiden. Thank you so much. Belinda with another 2, help Taya get in call. Oh, we already read that. Belinda with another 2. I don't Discord, so I'm useless. Also confetti. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. We're 7 away from Streamly goal. You guys are insane. Thank you so much for all your support. Ridiculous, man. Yeah, I'm kind of winging it right now. I'm improvising as I go. But I did actually genuinely want to... It's like all like dead YouTubers you just like haven't heard from in years. Who else do we got? Trying to see if I recognize any of these people. These guys, I think, were... the Chocolate Rain guy. Okay, who's like in everyone's... Boogie2988. How many of the people on here do you think are just like secretly pedophiles that like forgot to delete their account? Alright. I'm bored. What else do we got? Let's check inbox. Because I am in no mood to read a... Okay, someone wants to call in. Oh, wait, I have to switch back to my hotspot. Hold on. Fuck. This is gonna be Kathy on an alt. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. It's just Kathy. Hold on. Fuck. Now my hotspot is not working. This is great, guys. Great stuff happening on this stream. Great stuff happening. Alright, switch. Alright, we're back. We're back. Alright. You wanted to call in? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you wanted to call in about something?
Yes, I saw you were talking about Willymac.
Good one.
What?
You really made... Okay.
What's going on?
Go fuck yourself. Nice try. Nice try. Alright, what do we got in the inbox? Topic suggestions. Dude, what is there to fucking... I don't know what to do right now. I thought we were... The Kuihman video was going to take up a good portion of this. I mean, is there anyone who, like... Is there any, like, video that, like, quickly summarized the Pyro document? There's just nothing happening. Stream dead in 30. Chud covered it already. You don't need to force yourself. I think Pyro's guilty with no evidence. Got it? What? It's just like it's a content drought, a content well out there. There's nothing to talk about. Check inbox. Okay. Slot Mule made a video. Let's check it out. He's done. Parlo's been like teasing making a video on Pyro for a long time. Apparently Parlo has like some allegations of his own, but I don't really think they're like... I think they were debunked or something, or just like not a big deal.
A lot of people...
Like, people on like Pyro's subreddit were using to discredit him. And it's like, I'm sure Parlo's like a schizo. But that's not really going to change if the allegations are true or not, right?
Talking about the document.
Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited Pyro Pyrocynical document has recently released. The document at hand created by Pyro is over 300 pages long. Everything in these 300 pages is directly related to Pyrocynical. Some is about other content creators that are connected to Pyro. We will briefly mention these before moving on, as today's focus is on Pyrocynical, but I highly urge that you, the viewer, go and check out this document and take a look at those sections and the whole document for yourself. The document starts with a prologue of the things that will be involved in the document before slowly moving on to Ivory. Anybody who knows anything about Pyrocynical and is watching this video or has even seen Pyrocynical's original response will know who Ivory is. In the Ivory section of this document, Pyro points out inconsistencies from Pyrocynical during the situation.
For context, I knew both Ivory and Pyro back in the day. I had met Pyro in real life, I think in 2018. It's funny, he had recognized me before I recognized him. And I had known Ivory, like, on and off on Discord. There were whispers. There were always whispers about this Pyro guy, but, you know, you never really knew if there was anything to it. But I remember when I don't remember, why did the allegations get debunked? My understanding was he was, like, doing furry roleplay fetish shit with Ivory, who was a minor at the time. Why were those allegations thrown out? I don't understand. Like, why was the general consensus that there was nothing to that? Because he retracted his accusations? Tom fucked it up? He was pressured to retract. Got it.
And breaks down significantly not only their age gap, but messages and just flat out lies. I don't necessarily want to rush over Parlo's Ivory section, as Parlo extensively breaks down the situation, goes over individual screenshots taken from videos, going over these messages, extensively breaking them down. But what particularly interests me with this document isn't the rehashing and re-looking at previous situations like the Ivory situation, it's the case of new situations that I personally want to dive into for this video. But for the sake of this document, and because I don't want to dismiss it, I will be taking a look at the conclusion of the Ivory section and reading them to you. Again, this document is publicly out there. I highly recommend that if you are interested specifically in the Ivory section and previous stuff that's come out about
It's 300 fucking pages, dude. No, it's good. It's good. It's good to have all that evidence in one place. If there's anything to it. But you should also, like, make something that's gonna, like, you know, be, digestible to the normies. We're not gonna read 300 pages of that shit.
To go and take a look at the beginning section of this document that extensively breaks it down. If you are somebody that doesn't like reading documents or will struggle to read this document, and especially the stuff about Ivory, well, you're in luck, because Parlo is releasing a video extensively going over this in a long video format. Parlo spoke about this when he went on Quinthio's stream.
The hour and 50-minute video on the Pyro situation. I oversaw half of it. He's editing the current last half. The document is so large in terms of information that I had originally planned to cut it up into 3 parts. What I'm very much hoping, this document gets big enough in the Twitter community where it starts, other victims feel comfortable to come out, and more information will start, being drip fed, so I can build up more and more of a case. The document stands well on its 2 feet currently, but I know very much that Pyro has more victims. So there's a video being made, but it focuses on dismantling his response video, because I feel he doesn't have any ground to stand on once people know that this guy's a habitual liar.
There we have it there, but I do want to quickly read the conclusion of the Ivory section. Conclusion regarding Ivory. Pyro managed to utilize wordplay manipulation to drastically play down his dynamic with Ivory. He affirms that because there was no sexual interest and no news exchange, suddenly that means the dynamic was any less bad. He famously does not...
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if you were to buy that there was no sexual interest in it... First of all, the real question is, wasn't it up for debate if he even knew the age? Wasn't that, like, up for debate? But then it's like, why wouldn't you check? But then it's also like, what if this guy was just looking for participants to, like, play, regardless of their age, to play into, like, his, like, weird fucking roleplay? And didn't know the age? Or didn't check? Did Pyro know Ivory's age? Yo, Toki coming in with the 5. When are you gonna do the IRL stream with me and Lumpy in Sinaloa? You guys are just, like, taking me out there to shoot me. Okay. He did know the age. Okay. He was 15, and how old was... Pyro was... When he would have been 16. Okay, Pyro was supportive of the idea of meeting up with Ivory in December of 2017, when he would have been 16. Pyro found the idea of meeting with a minor he knew the age of while he was 20 years old. Got it. Yeah, so even if you're to buy that there was no sexual interest in the person and only the fetish, you still engaged in, like, inappropriate sexual conversations with a minor, right? A lot of people just don't care to distinguish what specific facet of that you were attracted to.
Decide to specifically go over all the messages with Ivory because it would paint a much more nefarious picture, and he ultimately likes to mention how he allowed Ivory discuss his life when he was 15 while he was complicit in the discussion. He requested furry fetish from Ivory, consistently sent to Ivory, erotically roleplay with Ivory, playing into sexual fantasies, and also planned to commission furry fetish art of their sonars and even NSFW commissions. Pyro was supportive of the idea of meeting up with Ivory in December 2017 when he would have been 16. Now was perfectly fine with the idea of meeting up with a minor when he knew the age of. While he was 20 years old, the same minor he was seen consistently engaging in private. The idea that age consent laws can justify this dynamic is completely false too. Sent to minors in the state of Pennsylvania is illegal, regardless or if they are above the legal age of consent, and morally, a 4-year age between an adult and minor is abhorrent and predatory. Ivory never lied about his age to Pyro, never met Pyro in an 18+ Discord server. Pyro had literally no information to go off that Ivory was an adult. In fact, there was a lot more information.
But what jurisdiction would it default to? This is why I hate when people make legal arguments, because Pyro's in the UK, where the age of consent, to be clear, is 16. What jurisdiction would it default to in this instance? Would it go to Pennsylvania, where Ivory was, or would it be in England, where... Not that I even care. We don't really need to make a legal argument. It's outside of the... If it was a crime, it's probably outside of the statute of limitations, right? And even then, whether it was criminal or not is going to bear no relevance if we're assessing if it's morally bad.
To the fact they most likely could have known Ivory was a minor. No logical adult would have continued to sex someone they didn't know the age of. The person stated they weren't to school consistently, stated they couldn't get presents because their mother was restricting what they could get until school year is over, and certainly beyond all reasonable doubt, anyone who didn't know the age of the person they were sexting would immediately cut someone off if they specifically stated they couldn't be allowed into an 18+ venue and would need a fake ID to get in. Next section tackles Ida and goes over the recent controversy involving Ida and scamming people. Ida doesn't only talk about Ida's most recent situation that blew up on Pyrocynical's Reddit involving her scamming people, but as well moves over to previous stuff to do with...
Well, okay, also just to be fair, you know, if it was what would be the case? If it was like 20 and 17, right? He could still 20 and 17. Fuck, it gets really tricky here. Like, it's obviously bad. The question is, though, even with the I need an ID to get into this place, what age could Pyro have reasonably believed him to be? And if he was like 17, if Pyro believed this guy was 17, for just an assumption, while he's 20, then the question would be, okay, how are we then going to assess Pyro's like motives? Was there like a pedophilic aspect to this? You weren't done with... Then why didn't you say anything at the end of the conversation if you had something else to say?
Ivory. Said previously, this document kind of fleshes out Pyrocynical and Pyrocynical's associates and situations. It isn't just solely focused on Pyrocynical's actions, but the people around them and fulfilling those situations. Pyrocynical allegedly commissioned Ida when she was a minor. As it was specified earlier in this document, there was reasonable belief behind the fact that Pyrocynical relied on Ida to create furry fetish for him and commission this content for himself. Following the document then attaches some screenshots, messages, and links. Ida was born on March 19th, 2000, meaning that when these instances of art were uploaded, she was 17 years and 3 months old. Paulo then repeats himself and divulges more into this.
Wait, but then how old would he be at the time? Wait, yeah, if it's like 20 and 17, they're not even having sex. He's just like commissioning like weird artwork in 2016 or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, that's inappropriate. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't like considering the amount of time. Like, I just don't consider that. I don't know. Like the most like insane. Like knowing how things were at that point in time. To me, it's like, I don't consider that necessarily like a permanent mark on somebody's character. If it's like 20 and 17, I don't know how old he was.
Born on March 19th, 2000, meaning that when these instances of art were uploaded, she was 17 years and 3 months old. Paulo then repeats himself and divulges more into this before then stating that
Like,
Ida...
if she's just an artist, and he's asking her to draw something for him, what else did you need? Yeah, what else did you need to say, Taya? You know what? Call back in. Fuck it. Call back in. I mean... It's literally just, you were saying a bunch of shit in chat yesterday, and now it seems like you, like, don't really hold a lot of the opinions you were arguing for in chat yesterday. I mean, what else is there that you'd like to say? Call back in if you're not done.
At a certain point during this time also would have been creating this content when they were 16. The time frame would match with the tweet Pyrocynical was seen making reference to Ida creating thick content on May 3rd, 2016, when Ida would have just turned 16. That would have been turning 19 in 11 days. This is a small section about Ida victim blaming Ivory, before moving over to the French girl situation and everything revolving around that, including stuff like Toastafy's video.
Remember, how old you were, how old he was?
At a certain point during this time also would have been creating this content when they were 16. The time frame would match with the tweet Pyrocynical was seen making reference to Ida creating thick.
Ida would have okay, so freshly 16, he'd be okay, so, but it was an 18-16 age gap at that point in time, just to be clear. This isn't really strong, I'm sorry. It's like, whoa, this is from yesterday. This is from yesterday, okay? We were on Urban Dictionary yesterday. Someone's gonna clip that and be like, what was Aiden looking at? That was from me, I pulled it up on stream yesterday. Why am I like... Wow, dude, 18 and fucking, I'm not like the Ivory shit, you've like a way greater case. But this, like, especially assessing the time period, not to say this was like the fucking 1950s, but in 2016, people were okay making certain jokes with minors present. People were okay, like, minors were treated like adults online, and that wasn't okay, right? That obviously was not okay, and we should learn from that. But at the same time, when I'm assessing, like, what someone's intent was, etc., etc. With the case of him commissioning art, I just don't really know if you have like a super strong case. It's a little weird task. It would be, right, if he himself wasn't like 18. Like it's not, I don't know. It's like, it's not like when you turn 18, right? You instantly, your mindset switches from minor to adult. okay? There are 18-year-olds that are, like, probably just as immature as, like, 17, 16-year-olds. I'm trying to look at the greater picture here. Okay, hold on, people. What the fuck? Did you react to Pyro's response to the doc? No. It's probably gonna have a dedicated stream of its own. Adding too much is gonna take... Yes, I always say this. Stick to the points that are, like, solid, rather than throw everything in there regardless of how defensible it is. Alright, hold on. I gotta switch to my hotspot. Alright, watch. I'll drag... Alright. Wendy, you're on the air. Hello? No! Whoa! Fuck! I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. Dude. I caught it. Okay. Thanks. I was like, I had a feeling that someone was gonna... Okay. Good one, buddy. Good one. Taya, you're on the air. What's up?
Wait a second. I just spilled something. Hold on.
What's up?
Cool. So, anyways, I didn't have much to say, but first of all, it's echoing because I'm also watching you on TV.
Okay.
I told you I have a delay on my phone, so I have to watch you on other platforms.
Got it.
Stupid. Anyways, I was trying to address other things, but you seemingly don't want to actually have a debate. Just okay, but you were trying to say, what were you trying to say? That if I address that me saying that I didn't say it was weird, you were trying to say that because I said it, it's automatic. What did you say, actually? I don't want to misquote you. I said I only said it because I was letting you know. Are you annoyed? We don't have to...
No, we can have this You just said you had something else to come in and say, but we already went over this dialogue. You're obviously not going to agree. But yeah, if you're saying to someone, if someone makes a point to a general group of people, if they're saying to a group of people, you know, I don't know, yeah, you, like, stop accusing me of liking cats. And then one member of the group comes forward and says, I never said you like cats. The assumption would be that that person stepping forward believed that they were being accused of making a statement about the party speaking that he liked cats, that he would then have to clarify.
That's not necessarily true, because someone could say, oh, I'm hungry, but a mother could be like, hey, I'm making dinner, just to clarify, and it's not being malicious, it's just clarifying.
Well, but the direct response would be appropriate there, because you're letting them know that you are doing something that's going to address their specific hunger. So that would follow.
That's fine, but you're saying I'm self-centered, which isn't true. I was just letting you know something. Does that not make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, like, obviously you thought I was talking to you, okay? Obviously you thought I was talking to you. I wasn't, right? So, that's like, I don't know.
No, break it down, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I have broken it. I have broken it down. I have broken it down. If someone is calling something weird, and I'm saying to the whole chat, I don't think that, like, it's not weird. Why are you saying this is fucking weird? And then you say, I never said it was weird. Obviously, the implication is that you believed, that I believed, that you would accuse something of being weird.
But how am I supposed to know if it's a stream that you're addressing me? Or is that or am I changing subject or this topic?
I guess like if it's live, I guess if it's live, you know, there's gonna be like, and you know, like there's gonna be like contextual evidence from the chat. Like if somebody else is calling something weird, and you see that.
I didn't see it though. That's the thing.
Okay, well unless I'm
I only heard you.
Okay, well unless I'm saying your name specifically, you should probably assume that my statements, calling out other people's statements, are probably not going to be directed to you personally, unless it relates to something that you had said in chat.
It did relate because you had called me weird.
No, I did. No, they were. I don't think you remember what happened. No, what the reason the term weird came up is because we were talking about some kind of age gap, and somebody else said that it was weird, and I'm like, no, it isn't. It wasn't me calling you weird.
I'll say that because I don't remember. I don't know, but I remember that you called me weird, but you're right. I'll just say that because I don't remember. I'll just say you're right.
Okay. Well, was there anything else? I don't want to cut you off prematurely again.
No, I already asked to be let in the server. I was gonna say I don't know. So they were telling me to call in and say my piece. I don't know what doxing is. I don't know how to dox. So if I was being bad, I don't know it. But yeah, you can keep me off the server if you want. Whatever.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Bye.
Content on May 3rd, 2016, when Ida would have just turned 16. I would have been turning 19 in 11 days. There's a small section about Ida victim blaming Ivory, before moving over to the French girl situation and everything revolving around that, including stuff like Toasterfly's video.
Remember, how old you were, how old he was?
So I met Pyro back in 2015 when I was 14 years old and he was 18 years old. I was a fan artist for him and his group of friends, so all these YouTubers in the community he was in. I drew him a lot because, well, he was my favorite of them all. To show me his support, he followed me. And so later on, I thanked him and talked to him in DMs, and that's how we became friends.
So you guys, became friends. You were making art for him. Were you making,
Regarding the victims, many victims of Pyro were afraid to come out about the abuse they faced due to a plethora of reasons. Mainly.
Holy shit. I mean, do you care about this? Do you care about this? He cares about it more than I do. I give up. I give up on streaming. I give up. I can't force myself to care about this because I don't. How long have we been going? I said 2 hours. Alright, 2 hours, 30 minutes. That's fine. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I will raid you into someone who actually does want to talk about this, because I'm disinterested. Thank you for the support, as always. I know this stream sucked. Yeah. Alright, see you guys on the next one. Too short? I'm on vacation, little bro. I didn't get through a single video today. I didn't actually finish a single thing that I watched. I was just winging it. And everything was like total like shit or non-tent. Hold on. Alright. Now, please do not let this guy know who sent you, because it really bothers him. AIDS gang really bothers him, so please, do not let him know who sent you. Thanks.